Hey there. Welcome back to StarCraft 2. Or welcome if you're new. Good to have you here either way. Nice to see you. Nice to have you around. I did a bunch of build order practice and then had somebody leave and then had the other person harass me in the early game into switching up my build order. So this time, I'm going to see if I can actually nail the timing. Oh, Quantum Limit. Didn't I play against this guy like yesterday or something? This name is familiar to me. Alright, so let's get into this. I'm trying to Baneling bust. From what I saw of my practice, I should be hitting around like 440 or like 435. And I've already messed up. So only good things here. This drone's going to be a little bit early. I could do like an extractor trick or something, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep everything otherwise to pace. But definitely an awkward start. I could probably technically like go get like a really early hatch, especially against Protoss. I haven't played against anybody that's blocked my hatch in like a little while now, but if I did, that would be sad. Got the third drone coming out here. Send this guy down like a second late. So, you know what? I'm sure I'll be fine. Did they stop going? Like, did the Protoss players stop going for the block because Zerg gets the hatchery like slightly faster than they did before? Is that like the idea here? I actually can't tell. It just hasn't happened to me in a while.
We require more minerals.
Okay, so my second base is coming up. I'm getting the spawning pool. I got the gas. Everything, other than a couple minor little errors, is going as expected. Got the third worker here. Pull one over. Take a look at Jerry. Jerry's heading across. He's doing his best. Second base coming up. Just kind of waiting now then. I guess I could get like another Overlord down here. See if he mines that early. Second base isn't up just yet. Doesn't look like he has a low ground wall. Can't start speed just yet. 2 queens, 2 safety lings. Drone to my second base. And start speed the second I'm at 100. Just gonna hold down the button here. So everything's on pace. No it's not. I'm lying to you. Let's start pumping out drones to my second base here. Queens are on their way. I still don't see anything resembling like a second base. Okay, so second base is coming up. Like kind of normal macro here. Enough drones to fully get my second base online for what I'm specifically trying to do. I was trying to build the overlords at 34, but I found that it often like delayed the lings by a little bit, so I'm just doing them at 32 instead. I could probably just do one and then do like another one at 34 or something like that, but I figure I might as well just do them all together. Start getting lings out, gotta get the Baneling nest down. I think the nest is late, so this is also bad, but it's not as bad as forgetting the overlords. Start pumping out lings where I can. All these lings will finish, and then I'll send them all across, and the boys will go have their fun. I forgot to inject in my main, which is kind of awkward. That's probably going to delay me a tiny little bit. Speed finished. All these lings can go across. And start building workers to my second base. Baneling nest is done. Morph a bunch of Banes. Three more workers, get both of these gases, get this other gas online. I'm gonna get a spore in my main, and send all these guys up into the base. These boys are all running up into his main mineral line, and that's game. I mean, that's just I think that was just well timed. I think I hit like 10 seconds earlier than I thought I would, so that all just went really well. Very happy with that outcome. I think my control was kind of mid. I got like one Bane to pop in the middle of like 10 workers though. So that was a slaughter. And then I got to send them up the ramp. I probably should have sent like a few Banes to kill that pylon so that you can't just warp more units in. But sending them up the ramp also worked pretty well. That was brutal. That was an excellent game one from my perspective. Move on to game two. These should be pretty short. I wonder what time pylon mesh for game two. I wonder what time I was averaging off the back of like how I was performing before. I feel like on average I was like 30 seconds late, which is like a huge delay in as far as like enemy unit timings go and stuff like that. I'll send this buddy across. I'm on El Dorado again. I don't think this is technically a very good map for this, but I mean, hey. I get the Overlord first this time.
We require more minerals.
Then the worker. Actually, Hockey Jerry. Never really understood why like pro players just spammed camera hockeys so much until I started like trying to practice my build order, because there's nothing else to do while you're waiting for like the bars to finish and stuff like that. And so it's just like, God, my fucking base is late.
We require more minerals.
I'm just gonna follow this probe around. I don't want anything too sketchy to happen here. Just gonna go check that back corner real quick. Get my gas and my pool online, but both are slightly delayed, I think. I didn't see a pylon get built. One of these workers to the mineral line. You can path over to here. He's back to work. One of these is going to go to the gas. The other's to the mineral line, get it filled back up. Kind of awkward on the timings, but it worked out. Jerry's almost across the map. I'll see how well my opponent's playing at the moment. How on time or behind they are. This guy's got an actual wall building up. Pylon in the back, cyber core, all that good stuff. Both queens, safety lings, get the drone to the low ground. Start speed momentarily.
More minerals.
I think the amount of times I've been starting speed super late have been problematic. If he's chronoing with the cyber core this early, that means it's like adept, right? So I might end up getting harassed here, but I'm getting my queens out on time, so I don't think that's a huge problem. Although I gotta make sure to actually build the workers for my second. And I'm at 32, so I'm doing Overlords next. Building the Baneling nest. Waiting for the inject to pop. Starting to build some lings here. Inject, inject, pump a bunch of lings out.
Require more minerals.
I just killed one of my larvae, I think. Kinda awkward. Can send like one more pair across, but I don't think it'll actually be that impactful. If I got speed, Baneling Nest is here. Start sending my boys out.
Not enough energy.
Build a bunch of workers. Okay, so he's sending an oracle.
We require more minerals.
Need to get this, or need to get spores up in both of my bases here. Need to get my other gas. And send my boys in. Pretty huge damage here, I think. Slaughtering his second worker line.
Our forces are under attack.
I don't think it was like too big of a slaughter, but maybe I could have killed like the starport or gotten like that stuff behind or something along those lines. Maybe I should have just backed up with the lings that I had. I built like way more lings for a second attack wave than I was expecting myself to. So that's like a bit of a mistake. I'm going to start mining out this gold, and I'm going to send workers up to build me a third base over here.
We require
Gonna morph a bunch of Banes and just get ready to go in for a second attack wave.
spawn more of
I'm gonna need to get more overlords.
mineral field.
Breaking the starport, backing up. Save some of my lings for damage. Build like a bunch more lings on my side of the map. Inject, inject. 3 more workers here. Morph this base. Get both of these going. I should probably try to get more lings.
Not enough energy.
So the inject isn't finished yet for add this base. Workers mining out that other base for second base is coming online. Gonna send a bunch more lings across. When they hit, I'm gonna use that as like my next attack wave. Gonna start researching range upgrades.
Depleted.
I don't think that starport was building anything, so that might have been a waste, but I think it was like pretty impactful overall. I'll try to get up his ramp again when those lings get across the map. This base... Start getting this base online. I'm gonna need more overlords soon.
Mineral field depleted.
Gonna build a bunch more lings, send my stuff back. So he's starting to actually blockade that wall, but he's got to spend a bunch of stuff on military, so I can probably get this third base like saturated for the most part. But I want to get both of these gases, and I should probably get a spore for it. Get all my lings grouped up together.
Mineral field depleted.
Build a few more, get like a big ling attack wave going. This worker can go build me a base down below. I'm getting range upgrades online, but I don't have any ranged units, so I'm going to build a Hydrodon.
Mineral field not enough energy. Not enough.
This base is starting to run out of workers. Get this base fully saturated. These lings are ready for like containment or a run by or something. Just going to morph a bunch of them. Hydras will finish about the time that 1-1 does.
Mineral field depleted.
This base is fully saturated. I'm going to move some workers down here. Add this to my hotkeys.
Spawn more
Start building Hydras.
enough energy.
I should pump out more queens, I think.
Lords.
Not a great trade, but not a terrible one either. I killed all the zealots, or like most of the zealots, so you had to morph a bunch more shit and send it in. I start building Hydras so that I've got like a better way to attack. But I think I can afford to lose some units here and there. Third base is about to come up. Gonna start moving some workers, or fourth base. Gonna start moving some workers down here. I have a ton of fucking money. I should start upgrades. Need to pump out more hydras. I need to get an infestation pit and a lurker den. Replace those 2 workers. Inject, inject. Queen just finished on this base. Move down here. Get a queen on this. Build another spore. Get a few more workers so that my economy is just goated. And I need overlords across the whole map. Got detection for the DTs. Build a bunch more hydras, spend all my gas, get some lings so that I've got something on the back of it to go off of. Get this tumor down. My 4th base is running just fine. Build like a few extra workers so I can just re-up my economy super fast. When all of these units pop, I'm probably going to go. Although I should probably get like hydra range and speed. Move all these workers down. And I should just have a crazy army here, I think. Like, comparatively.
Mineral field depleted. More overlords. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Okay, wait, my army is actually just not as good as I thought it was. Maybe I needed the hydra speed. I can't even kill this zealot. He got more upgrades online than I thought he'd be able to. These stalkers are just going to hunt me down. Actually kind of crazy that I lose this game, I think. Like, did it just take me too long to get pressure back online? I don't think I'm going to be able to stop him from just, like, killing all of this shit. All of these need to go down to the 4th. I can re-up my army faster than he can. That's, like, my one advantage here. But I think I've kind of let my injects, like, kind of fall to the wayside a little bit. Yeah, no, like, look how many zealots he has. How does he have enough of an economy to do this? This game's just over, no? Maybe I just needed lurkers already? Like, 2-2 ended up finishing. Yeah, just GG, I guess. He ended up getting out to a 3rd. Well played. I guess I just got too absorbed in my macro for a little while. Maybe I needed to wait for hydro speed? Like, how did he boom his economy so hard? I guess I didn't really do any eco damage. I just kept, like, kind of busting his wall a little bit and forcing him to spend on, or to respend on military, which I have to match 1-for-1. So I don't think I ever really got a lead at any point. Because even those links that I got into his mineral line, I don't think they did very much. Maybe if I'd got him to chase me off and just stopped him from mining and just microed them a little bit more, but I just kind of let them fight to the death. Or maybe if I just backed them out and used them as banes for my next push-in, but I'm not sure. That's kind of crazy. I figured that game was just in the bag. Like, I thought that Hydra ball I had was more than enough to fight with. I did get the lurker den and then didn't actually get any lurkers though, which would have been huge for the zealots. And then maybe if I had made more banes for the back of, or like to get that fight started with, I could have torn through those zealots earlier and then gotten onto the stalkers and just done more damage. But overall, I don't know, I just kind of got walked. Unfortunate, but you know, can't win every game, just gotta try to learn from the ones that you lose. Anyways, drop a like on the video if you stuck around this long. Hit that sub button if you want to see more StarCraft or just whatever else I'm uploading at the time. I upload pretty much every night. And, you know, have a lovely morning, noon, or night. Peace.